Do you hear that? That's the sound of Mother Nature in real life. So we are in the digital era age where everything is accessible through our phones. When we are about to sleep and wanting to wake up at a certain time, you put the alarm on, kabing. Instead of going on channel 24 to look at the weather channel, you are looking at your device right there. Weather, check. Or even like a simple math problem, 9 plus 10, 19 on the calculator. Things are so easy for us to do now. It's amazing. What I think we need to integrate in our life is to detox from that social media aspect, that technology that we have. We're often chasing this rush of adrenaline and dopamine, and we get that from social media, the doom scrolling. After you're finished with one video, on to the next. It never stops because our brain is always chasing for that adrenaline rush, but that's superficial. To experience that real happiness and just calmness, I believe we just need to take a moment to stop what we're doing and just ground ourselves to Mother Nature. In the past, I thought that I wouldn't be able to make it past 25. And here I am today. I don't know how I was able to get help and be in therapy right now. Have taken classes, diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, anxiety, depression, PTSD. But those are just labels for me. I really don't understand the true meaning of all of those. They're just words. And words for me are hard to understand. They're all semantics, they're all different. They all differ in some way or another. Despite having all my close friends with me that were there to pick me up when I was down, all my mentors that helped and aided me to be more consistent with my thoughts and the narrative that I was putting out there, my family, they were there to help me and support me and love me. Even still, I felt all alone. I don't think anyone can help you unless you let them. No one can help you unless you allow yourself to be helped. And that's ultimately your decision. I have this one great mentor, and he's taught me how to ground myself back to Mother Nature. It's good to just take off your shoes sometimes and walk through the grass and the grounds and just feel what is around us, because everything around us is life. I was taught that all the challenges that we go through are lessons in life. Here I am today, trying to understand who I am still and just finding out what I like and what my needs are, because every day is a lesson. Our perspectives are always different. We don't ever see the same story eye to eye. And I think that's because our experiences growing up, our upbringing changes the narrative in our head. And this is what I mean by don't get semantics, because everyone interprets sentences and meanings differently. And we all need to come together to have a mutual understanding. These experiences, our body sensations brings up a whole different story. Our emotions and our thought process are different. I can never understand what you're going through, and no one will ever understand what I'm going through. And I think that's the hard truth. We need to be okay with that. Although we do feel alone, if there are people there with you or not, just know that you got yourself. I often think about little Anna and what she's been through, all of the misunderstanding that went through her, and that's okay. That's because no one will ever understand what you're going through. In a way, if you put it in this perspective, we're not alone because we're attending to our own needs. It took me a long time to get here and be okay with life because I have that choice. And it's hard to get to that moment. So there were two classes that I took in my local hospitals: DBT, dialectical behavior therapy, and CPT, cognitive processing therapy. So for those two classes, I was on a waiting list. I didn't do it consecutively. I waited 2 years to be put in a dialectical behavior therapy class. And soon after that, it took me 1.5 years to get into the cognitive processing therapy class. I find that at first, I was in the class judging the rules and the lessons that they were teaching. I was often saying, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't apply to me, which ultimately wouldn't help. I took myself, my emotional mind out of that situation. I put myself there as a student. And as a student, I was grasping the information and learning it And afterwards, after class, then I would reflect on it. I would reflect how this correlates with me. Dialectical behavior therapy classes were fun. It was visual learning and just being present in your environment. So one thing that I love learning was name things that you hear, feel, smell, your senses. We can do one right now. So right now, I hear the water rippling, little waves in the background. I hear the birds chirping. I feel the grass. I feel the moist ground, which I'm sitting on right now. I see leaves. They're really pretty. The sunset is setting. I see gnats. Disgusting, disgusting gnats. It's a way to just tell myself that I'm not all in my head, that we are living right now. And that's the lesson that I got from it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, even though those kind of things are easy, sure, they're easy, so do it. They're easy enough to ground yourself and just point things that are not obvious. But this helps me regulate my emotions. Whereas cognitive processing therapy is more of why we think this way, what is the reasoning, and how we can rewire those thoughts and learn new things, to unlearn and learn. I feel like my purpose in life is to help people understand the true meaning behind their lives and how it can be elevated. I was so happy to see many comments in my previous video. Life happened, I wasn't able to attend to it, but I'll say it right here. I am so happy with the open conversation that I'm creating and that people are creating in this platform. And I appreciate you and I applaud you for letting yourself be you and feeling all your feelings in these comments. It's hard being visible online. Everyone has the right to their emotions. Everyone is entitled to their experiences, whether good or bad. But we can never relate to one another because our life is different. Our upbringing and teaching and lessons in life are different. We just need to come to a middle ground of understanding. And I do want to say that you are not alone. You are the person who knows you best. So attend to those feelings and emotions and sensations and help yourself. Talk to your little self. I talk to little Anna all the time and I cry each time. So we're not going to talk to little Anna right now. So talk to your little self. Give them a high five. Tell them that you're here today. E to Z win. So yeah, what are 3 things that you see, hear, feel, or smell right now? Mother Nature is telling me it's time to go home. The sun is setting. Let's enjoy the rest of my evening. And I guess I'll talk to you soon.